The soft hum of suitcase wheels followed the sharp click of heels as she walked through the front door. Clara looked radiant, glowing in a way I hadn't seen in years. She dropped her bag by the entrance, shrugged off her coat with casual elegance, and floated into the living room like nothing had ever gone wrong. "Hi, honey," she sang, her voice syrupy sweet. "I missed you." I set down the mug of cold coffee I'd been nursing all afternoon. The only sound in the room besides her voice was a faint rustle of paper from the envelope sitting on the coffee table, its corners sharp, its presence louder than any confrontation. I looked at her and managed a tight smile. "Welcome home," I said. "Too calm, too composed." She leaned in to kiss my cheek, but I turned just enough for her lips to meet air. A flicker crossed her face, confusion, maybe, but it vanished just as quickly. Clara had always been good at hiding emotions. That was how she fooled me for so long. "How was the trip?" I asked, reclining into the couch like we were making polite conversation, not preparing for the end. "Oh, it was great," she replied, eyes shining. "Busy, but really rewarding. I think the client loved our presentation." "That's wonderful," I said evenly. She began unpacking her purse. Lipstick, phone, a few familiar odds and ends. Then her gaze fell on the envelope. Her hand paused mid-motion. The sparkle in her eyes dulled slightly. "What's that?" she asked, voice still light, but I could hear the tightening underneath. "Something you should read." I said, "Go ahead." Her fingers hesitated before picking it up. She glanced at me, still smiling, though it no longer touched her eyes, and opened it. She unfolded the pages and started reading. I watched the color drain from her face. "What is this?" she whispered. I crossed one leg over the other, my arm draped over the couch. "It's a transcript of your messages," I said, with Greg. Her head jerked up, panic overtaking her features. I don't know what you mean." "Don't insult my intelligence, Clara," I said, my voice finally sharp. "I know about the hotel, the weekends, the business dinners. I know everything." She opened her mouth, but no sound came. The papers shook in her hands. "How did you?" she began. "It doesn't matter," I said. "What matters is that it's over." "Over?" Her voice cracked. "What are you talking about?" I stood. She looked smaller from where I towered over her, fragile in a way she'd never appeared before. "This marriage, this lie we've been living, it's done. I gave you patience. I gave you kindness. And you gave me betrayal." Her lips trembled. Tears brimmed in her eyes. But I felt nothing, not pity, not regret. "James, please," she pleaded. "Let's talk. I can explain." "Explain?" I let out a bitter laugh. "What is there to explain, Clara? That you felt neglected? That you wanted attention? Fine. But you chose deception. And now you'll face the consequences." Her tears spilled then, silent and steady. I turned toward the kitchen. "Do you want a drink?" I asked over my shoulder. "You might need one." She didn't answer, just stood there, clutching the damning pages. I poured myself a whiskey, savoring the burn. When I returned, she still hadn't moved. "You don't have to do this," she said, barely audible. "Oh, but I do." I set my glass down and picked up a second envelope. "I've been busy too, Clara," I said. I handed it to her. Her hands trembled more now as she opened it and saw the divorce papers. "No," she whispered. "You can't mean this. I've never meant anything more. Everything's in order. The house will be sold. We'll split the proceeds. Your car is yours. I've removed my name from the title. Your things will be packed and sent to your sisters." "James, please," she cried, reaching for me. "We can fix this. Counseling, whatever it takes. I'll do anything." I pulled away. "Anything? That time past the moment you chose him over us. I'm done, Clara. You can't manipulate me anymore." Her shoulders collapsed and she sank onto the couch, face buried in her hands. I stood, watching her, unsure of what I felt was grief or relief. Maybe both. "You'll find a moving truck outside," I said. "Take whatever you need tonight. The rest will be delivered tomorrow." She looked up, mascara streaked across her cheeks. "And Clara," she held her breath. Don't contact me again. This is goodbye. I grabbed my keys and walked out the door. The air outside was crisp, with a hint of rain in the breeze. For the first time in a long while, I felt like I could breathe. The drive was silent, just the steady hum of the engine and the open road. I parked near the shore and stepped onto the beach. The sun was sinking, drenching the sky in gold and crimson. The ocean greeted me with soft waves, brushing my feet like a promise. I stood there, letting it all wash away, the lies, the anger, the years. There was pain, sure, but beneath it all, there was also something else. Hope. Hope for a life free of betrayal. A life finally my own.